In this video, let me show you how to fully set up and how to use your Epson printer that is the WorkForce Pro WF-4830. From the very beginning, I'll show you how to install the ink cartridges, how to replace them, how to load the paper in the two trays, how to connect it to the Wi-Fi, and how to print and scan using your phone. So let's get started. I'll go step by step. It will be very easy to follow. Step number one is to obviously remove all the plastic blue tape and protectors from the printer itself. And there is a lot of it. Take the power cable that came included in the box, and we have to connect it on the lower right side of the printer in the back. So I will simply align these three prongs and push hard. Then connect the other end in your wall outlet. Go on the front of the printer and press once on the power button to start it for the very first time. The control panel is adjustable in case you prefer standing up or sitting on a chair. First thing is to select the language you'd like this printer to be in, and there is a list over here. Just like on your smartphone, it's a touchscreen, so I'll simply tap on the option I wish to choose. Then choose your country and daylight saving time. If you're during winter or summer, I'll leave it to winter. How do you want the date to be displayed? There's many different ways. And over here, you'll have to edit the date. Obviously, we're not in 2020, we're in 2026. So go ahead and type the appropriate date. Then press OK. Select the time format and simply enter the time that it's currently in. You have AM and PM on the left side. Press OK. On the next screen, it will ask us to install the ink cartridges. So let me go ahead and show you how this part is done. Step number one is to make sure that the printer is actually turned on. On the right side, you're gonna notice there is a gap. Stick your finger over here, and there is a similar gap on the other side, and lift up this panel. Lift completely up, and there is a prop that will keep the lid from falling down. As you just saw, the cartridge carriage moved and got presented to you on the right side. So now we need to take the ink cartridges out of the packaging that they came. It's very important to put the right cartridge in the right spot, so we have black, cyan, magenta, and yellow in this specific order. On each cartridge, you're going to find on the top the color. So over here we have black. Before installing the cartridge, you need to turn in the other side, and you're going to notice there is a yellow label that we need to remove first before installing. Take your cartridge with two fingers, the way I'm doing right now, and you're going to simply put it in the right spot. Make sure that you're able to read what's on the cartridge. This is how you know that it's actually aligned properly. So over here I have black. I will simply lower the cartridge in the specific spot, and then on this circle it says push. This is what I will do with the finger, and by pushing it will lock it in place. Next, we have the cyan ink cartridge. Looks like this one. And by the way, if you want replacement ink cartridges, I'll put links towards Amazon in the description of this video, where you can get replacement cartridges that are compatible with this printer. So same thing, I'm removing this yellow label, and I'm bringing the cartridge in its appropriate slot, and I'm pushing on the circle over here. Let's continue. We have magenta. And once you want to replace these ink cartridges, let me just finish installing them. So the last one is yellow. It's also quite easy. Okay. You may have to wiggle it, by the way, sometimes and push it. Okay, so once you want to replace one of the ink cartridges, let's say I want the magenta out, you're going to go with your finger on the top and you're going to push towards yourself. There's a latch over here that will release the cartridge, and then pull up with your finger slightly, and then you'll be able to glide it out. If I'm making a small close-up over here, so by pushing this latch, this is what keeps the cartridge in place. You'll be able to remove it. And replacing a cartridge can take only a few seconds. So push and pull to remove it. Now that we are done, we can push the lid back in place slowly. And this is about it. So now that we have input the ink cartridges, it will tell us on the screen that, okay, the printer will take about 5 minutes to initialize the ink. So let's come back after 5 minutes. Okay, it has finished. You're going to press close. Select paper size and type for paper source, press OK. And now you're going to select, okay, let me just adjust the screen here. You're going to select which kind of paper you want to load in your printer. This printer has 2 different paper cassettes, so you can load 2 different types of paper. In cassette number 1, you can load one type, and the cassette number 2, a second type. And simply by tapping over here, you'll be able to decide and enter which kind of paper you're going to input. In my case, I'll put US letter size in both of them, so I'm just going to leave the settings the way they are, and I'll show you how to input. To open one, you simply have to pull it out. Let's start with cassette number 2. If it's the first time you're loading paper, you'll have to remove this blue tape that is over here. You're going to notice there is 2 plastic guides. Depending on the size of the paper you're going to input, you'll be able to move them around. For example, if I'm loading US letter size, it's LTR. Therefore, I'll pinch this one. I'll bring it where the line says LTR. If you want to extend this drawer because you're going to input longer paper, you see there is a clip over here that you need to push to unlock and extend the drawer. And this way you'll be able to print on legal size paper. But in my case, as I said, I want to print on US letter size. Therefore, I'll bring this drawer back to its original position. Here we go. LTR. This little guide can also move. If you're printing on US letter size, bring it to the extremity. Take your stack of paper you want to load over here and simply put it in between these blue guides. Once you have done this, put the drawer completely back inside. Do the same thing with the second paper cassette, cassette number 1. And now you have another tape that you need to remove in case it's the first time you're using this printer. So let me go ahead and remove it. And it works the same way. You have these blue guides that are moving depending on the size of paper you're going to input. There's many different ones. Over here, I forgot to mention, but if you take a closer look, you're going to have an arrow, a small triangle, actually, right here. You should never put more paper than the last line where the triangle is pointing. If not, you're going to cause some paper jam. So never go above this. And again, you have all the different size, and you can also extend the drawer the same way the other drawer extends. I'll put some US letter size as well here. So I'll simply select LTR, take my stack of paper and glide it inside of the printer and close the drawer. If you want to set up the fax machine, you need to press on proceed. Most people will not use the fax machine, therefore I will skip this step and press close. And I'll select yes. This is the main menu screen of your printer, the one you're going to interact. There's a bunch of icons showing you different features of this printer. So let me show you how you can use most of them, at least the most useful ones. First of all, we're going to connect the printer to the Wi-Fi and then connect the phone to it to print and scan. Step number 1, turn on the screen simply by tapping on it if it was sleeping. Then you're going to tap on the top of this main menu. If you don't see the main menu, press the home icon. Tap this icon that looks like the Wi-Fi symbol. Then select Wi-Fi recommended. Next, we're going to press Start Setup. And finally, select the first option, which is Wi-Fi Setup Wizard. Wait a few seconds. It will search for all the Wi-Fi networks that are currently around the printer, and you will be able to scroll up and down and tap on your network. As you see, there's a few of them here. I'll select mine. I'll tap on Enter under Enter Password. And now it's time to type the password. If you need numbers, there are all over here. If press OK and press Start Setup. Wait a few seconds. The printer is currently connecting to your Wi-Fi network. Next, take your phone, and if you simply want to print using your phone, you do not need to download any apps. You only need to download the app if you want to scan and get the results on your phone. And I will also show you that part. But first of all, how do you print? Well, simply go into the files or the photo gallery of your phone, find the exact file you wish to print. Let's say I want to print this picture. On an Android smartphone, you're going to tap these three dots on the top right corner and then select print. On an iPhone or iPad, down below, you should have an icon that is a square with an arrow pointing. Tap on that icon and there will be a menu. You may have to go down and select the print option. Once you're in this print menu that looks similar on Apple or Android, you're going to tap on the top and select your Epson printer. Make sure that the screen is not turned off on your printer and that your printer is not sleeping, so you see it in this list. So over here, my Epson appeared, WF-4830. I will tap on it. I'll have a preview of how the print will look. And if I tap on this small arrow, I'll be able to edit a few things. So the paper size, if you want to print one copy or multiple copies of this document, if you want to print in color or black and white, if you want to print on both sides of the page, if it's a document with multiple pages, you can also select that. So these are the options you have. If you get the app, and again, I will show you in just a few seconds, you will have a bit more options on how to print the document in case you want borderless and other settings. For now, I'll simply press the print button. Extend the print output tray. So here we got our result. Now let me show you how to scan using the app and also how to print using the app and have more options. On your iPhone or on your Android phone, go ahead and download the Epson Smart Panel app. This is the app that is compatible with this printer. I know there's many different Epson apps out there, but this is the one you need to get. Select Agree. OK. Next. Press Next again. Press while using the app. Press Next. Allow. It will search for your printer. Make sure your printer is turned on and it's not sleeping. So if the screen was off, simply tap on it to wake it. If the app doesn't find your printer, what you need to do is, okay, once you're over here, connect to a product already on Wi-Fi. It will search again, and hopefully this time it will be able to find your printer. Here we go. It appeared, WF-4830. Sometimes you have to be patient. Tap on your printer. Connection is complete. This is great. Press OK. Select Use Tiles. In my opinion, this is easier to understand. And here we are on the main menu of this Smart Panel app. If you want to print using the app, select Print. Select if it's a picture or a document. Select your picture or document. And before pressing the print button, you're going to have this settings icon and you'll have more options than what I showed you previously. Especially when talking about the paper source, you can select in which cassette your paper is located, and also change the print quality and also the media type. Select if you're printing on glossy paper. So this could be useful for some people. I won't show you how to print because I already did, but if you want to scan, let me show you how to input your documents in the two scanners of this printer. The first scanner is located right over here. It's a scanner glass. Take your document you wish to print and you're going to place it facing down with the top part of this document towards the left side. Then we have to align the corner of the document with the top left corner of the scanner. What I mean by this is both needs to be touching. Then you can close the lid. If you're going to use the top document feeder, the automatic document feeder located right here, first push these guides all the way towards the side if you want to scan US letter size. You may also have to flip, this small tab over here so that it can hold paper. Take your paper, put it facing up with the top part towards the left side and glide it. Once you reach the end, you may hear a small pop, a small noise. This is simply the printer telling you it has recognized you have input paper over here. And you can load a bunch of paper, not only one sheet. It can take, I think, up to 35. So yeah, never go above this line that is here. Never put a stack of paper higher than the line. Now take your phone, go back on the app that you just downloaded, and on the main screen, you're going to select Scan. You have a few different options. The most important one is document source. Select where you have put your paper. I know it's automatic on the top, but sometimes it doesn't know exactly. So I'll select ADF. And you have a few options. So the paper size, do you want to scan in color or black and white? The resolution, you can set up to 600 dpi on your phone. This is mostly for pictures. For text files like this one, 200 is enough. And then you have other things that I suggest to not touch. At the end, you have the image format. Do you want to save it as a PDF or a JPEG or a TIFF? It's up to you. And press the scan button once you're ready. If you put your paper over here, it will take it automatically without you having to touch anything. The scan appeared on my phone. From here, I can delete it if I'm not happy with the results. By the way, you can zoom in to see if there's enough details. You can crop it or you can rotate it. Press the next button and you can give this scan a brand new name. So you can name it homework or project, something. And where you see location, it's on the location on your phone. Where do you want this to be saved? You can choose the specific folder. So let's say I want to save it in pictures, use this folder, allow. At the end, don't forget to press the save button to save it on your phone, or the share button if you want to share it with your contacts or with another app. So this is about it. I hope my video was helpful. If so, leave a like, comment, check my Amazon links if you want to get replacement ink cartridges for this specific Epson printer, and I'll see you in the next one.